So a few days ago, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we all have those types of conversations where we are talking about doing stuff, we are talking about finding motivation to do something, and typically these types of conversations have two outcomes. The outcome where we say we're going to do this when we have this, which means that we leave it for later, or the outcome of actually acting on what we say we're going to do. Now, the thing is that when I was having this conversation, it started triggering a few thoughts in the back of my head. And I was I wrote down the word later. And I actually thought deeper on this word. And the truth is that most of us leave things for later. We say that we will do this after this. We say that we will do this when we have this. We'll wait for the perfect opportunity to do something. But if you've actually think about it, the perfect opportunity never comes. Because the truth is that you have to go out and create your perfect opportunity. You have to go out there and find the opportunity. And most people end up waiting for later to start. They end up waiting for the perfect opportunity to start their first business. They end up waiting for the perfect week to start working out. They wait for the perfect day to start eating healthy. But later never happens. Because life will always find something to put in your way. And the reality is that most people give up with the slightest hiccup. And the truth is that later you will have other excuses. Later you will not have the time. Later you might have other errands. Later you might not be healthy. You might be sick. And this is something that is very common with regards to business people. When we talk about something, typically someone who's doing business does not wait. They go out there and create the opportunity. They go out there and take action. Maybe they don't have the full path yet, but the full path will create itself once you take the first step. The full path will start to establish the route once you take the first step. And I was thinking about the fact that the power of starting is way greater than that of planning. A lot of people end up getting stuck in the planning phase, planning the perfect business idea, planning the perfect workout plan, planning the perfect diet. But planning does not mean you're starting. And then what happens is most people get overwhelmed with regards to the information that they have in their hands, and they end up putting it on the shelf. And that is why I preach the fact that you should just start. Take the first step. Once you take the first step, start tweaking and fixing your workout plan, your diet plan, your business plan. But start. Once you start, then you can start to work on the next step. And once you take the first step, you can work on the second step and the third step and so on. And the thing is that when we have a lot of information in our hands, once we get overwhelmed, what happens is that we just end up giving up because we're so not used to the fact of starting. It takes an amount of courage to start something that might not have you might not be aware of the result of. So, but that is why the power of starting is incredible, because once you start, you get the ball rolling, and momentum will kick in. And as I like to tell people, start with no plan and figure out the next steps as you move forward. And another thing is, you should always make the move before you're ready. Because typically, dreams die in the planning phase. Because most people never end up starting. And this thought got me thinking a lot about how a lot of people get stuck up in their own thoughts. So let this just serve a reminder to actually go out there and take the first step on something that you've been thinking about, whatever that may be. Maybe setting foot in a gym, it may be starting to eat healthy, it may be starting your own business, your own side hustle. Start. Just start. And that should be your motto. Your motto should be just start. Once you start, the rest will fall into place. And you will learn how to refine and tweak whatever you have in your hands to create the next step in a better way. So this was just, to be honest, a very short thought that I had this week, but I thought about it, and it's actually a really common ground for people to get stuck in whatever they're doing. And the truth is, like, most people wait up for later, but they struggle to realize that later never comes. Just start. So guys, I hope you have a great week ahead. I hope you start tomorrow, and do let me know what you want to see on the channel. Do let me know on feedback. Feel free to drop in the comments. I want to build a community where we're all there for each other, and we're all kind of inspiring each other to grow and start and build our way to our own ways of defining success. So it's just a short video, but I thought it would be quite a cool one, and hopefully it inspires some of you to go and take action. If you do need to reach out, I will link down my Instagram below, so do feel free to reach out should you need to, and I see you guys in the next one.